Whenever beginning any reloading operation, it's a good idea to start out with safety glasses. Even when cleaning a new set of dies, we will be working with aerosols that can get into your eye, so please take your safety very seriously. Okay, now we've got the press all set up. The last accessory, and frankly one of the best accessories that we make for the lock and load AP, is the case feeder. Now, to mount the case feeder, we need to change out one bracket, the main bracket that the press sits on. We go from this bracket, which simply holds the finished cartridge catcher bin, to this bracket. So we'll go ahead and remount the press. All right, and now that we've got the press mounted, we're going to start mounting the hardware for the lock and load case feeder. You can see the press, and the newer presses and all of the presses we're producing at this point in time have got bosses cast into the frame, and we're going to go ahead, slip a washer on the cap screw, through the square mounting tube into the threaded hole in the boss, and one more on the bottom. We will go ahead and take our hex wrench and tighten those up. All right, now that we've got square mounting tube in place, we'll go ahead and start hanging the other accessories. And we're using the longer screws, the washer on the back side and a single nut on the front side. And then we'll go ahead and mount the pivot body. The way that we mount the pivot body, we're going to go ahead and start this nut, but leave it somewhat loose. That nut is going to fit down into that slot on the pivot body, and then we'll go ahead and tighten it up from there. It'll sit on there just like that. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and put this screw through and install the nut, leaving plenty of room for the pivot body. There we go. And then we'll snug that up. Go ahead, tighten it with a hex wrench. Is that one good and snug? All right, and the next step, after we've got the pivot body installed, we're going to go ahead and install the feed tube. Now, there are two feed tubes. There's one small and one large. Anything 9mm and smaller, we're going to use the small feed tube. In this case, we're loading the 32 auto, so small feed tube it is. We'll set the large feed tube off to the side. It's in just like that. Now, we're ready for the shuttle and the shuttle spring. All right, drop the spring in place. Go ahead and lower that into position. Drop the screw in. Take that down till nice and tight, taking all the play out. See the spring keeps it in the off position. That's what allows one case at a time to drop. All right, the next step, we're going to install the shuttle that takes the cartridge case from the subplate and slides it into the shell plate. The first thing to do is to slide the cardboard back till the edge of the cardboard is just behind those feet. It's going to allow us to get it started on to the subplate nice and straight, and then we're just going to push that onto the subplate, let the cardboard fall away, and that's installed. Next step is to install the cam wire. Now, the cam wire is going to go through the shuttle. The threaded end goes down. When we're doing this operation, we'll go ahead and put a 2-inch block under the ram, and that's going to make it a lot easier, give us a little extra clearance down here when we're installing the cam wire. We're going to put a nut and a washer on first. We go on the top side of the hole, drop that down through, and then on the bottom side, the same thing. A washer and a nut. Now, leaving that loose, we're going to go ahead and pop the top of the wire into that bushing. And the bushing's slotted. The wire will slip in relatively easily. And we're going to leave it set towards the middle of the adjustment to get started. And we're going to leave it firm but still loose so we don't have to mess around with a wrench until we get it exactly where we want it.